There are 3 characters in current code that can be easily considered God tier. In this tier, we have Crescent Kohaku, Crescent Roa, and Full Moon Hime. This is a video 1 of 3 of a series I want to make that breaks down the characters in this tier, why are they considered God tier, and just how they dominate the competition. Before we get started, if you like the content I provide, consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. For this video, I'll be referring to things in numpad notation. If you're unfamiliar, I'll leave a quick infographic on the screen. Feel free to pause and take a look at it. One of the most infamous characters from MBAACC, Kohaku is a mid-range set play character. She has incredible damage, great normals with big hitboxes, and fast frame data. High meter gain, which allows her to use the Crescent Moon mechanics to their fullest. A variety of block strings that are plus on block, a command grab, frame trap setups, amazing hit confirmability. Almost every hit can be confirmed into her strong Okie game, and also carries to the corner. Her only downsides are her execution requirements, mediocre air dash and regular dash, and a lack of practical reversal options. Okay, that's a lot to unpack, so let's break it down. Let's get this one out of the way. Her neutral game, aka what she'll be using to get that first hit. The tools she has in her arsenal in this stage of the game are great. They don't really scream overpowered. Everything else we talk about will. Overall, frame data on her normals are solid. She has great hitboxes on them. Her 2A is a 3-frame startup, amazingly fast poke. 5B has both an uncharged and charged version that both have 2 very different applications, which will throw your opponent off since they have the same startup animation. Uncharged 5B is a great anti-air normal that will beat most jump in attacks. When charged, it works great for stuffing out pokes, which adds a layer of trickery. If she is going for the charged 5B and notices that they are going for an aerial approach instead, she can stop charging halfway through and it will switch back to the regular 5B with an anti-air hitbox coming out. Her aerials are great. Jump A is fast, great for jump-ins and air-to-airs. Jump B is amazingly fast with an absurdly good hitbox. This is her go-to for air-to-airs. Jump C is a great air-to-ground normal. If she does hit them while they're in the air, she can get a great punish off them. Okay, those are things this character will use in neutral. Let's talk about once she has her opponent blocking. We are scaling up the BS now a little bit. Kohaku's pressure can be really hard to defend against. It's very flexible, and many routes ends with Kohaku being plus on block. Her goal is to reset her block strings as close to her opponent as possible, since she doesn't want to give them an opportunity to jump out. The simplistic and effective way to end a block string is with a reverse beat 5A. For those unfamiliar with the reverse beat system, half moon and crescent moon characters are allowed once per block string to cancel a higher power move into a lower power move. So, for example, the block string 2AA5CC, she's able to go back down to 5A. You can only do this with a normal as long as it hasn't been previously used in the string. Reverse beating into 5A leaves Kohaku +2 on block. The previously mentioned string works great since it gives her plenty of time to hit confirm off the 2A's, or if they're still blocking, to whiff cancel 4B or 2C to catch mashing. If one of those 2 moves do hit, it's an easy confirm into her bread and butter combo. Ending her block string with charged 4B is another great block string reset since it forces a strike throw mix-up. The move leaves her +1 on block, and since Kohaku's 2A comes out in 3 frames and is tied for the fastest in the game, if they try to mash a button on this, Kohaku's 2A will always win. If they try to shield the 2A, she can hit them with her command grab. To add another layer, if they just try to get out of the scenario by backdashing, with canceling 2A into 2C is super easy. Her scariest block string reset though is 236B with a follow-up C. This leaves her +3 on block, and typically when using this move in a string, she doesn't need to rebeat. From here, she can do whatever she wants. She can choose from Kohaku's plethora of frame traps, she can go for an overhead mix-up, or just do whatever she wants. She can get creative following this one up. So we've talked about what Kohaku has to hit the opponent and how to start combos. Let's talk about that punish game, the stuff that does the real damage. Kohaku can easily convert off of any hit she lands. A well-practiced Kohaku will easily be landing 5,000 to 6,000 off a combo. For reference, the health range in this game is between roughly 10 and 14,000. While this is above average for sure, what makes this begin to sound really dirty is her Okie. Okie is the mind game and mix-ups that occur when a player is rising from a knockdown. The options Kohaku has at this stage of the game just feel criminal. The most basic option is to throw down plant, a tree that spins and locks down an opponent. With a basic setup, someone could jump out of this, but if the Kohaku dashes up, they can lock down the player with pokes until the plants start to spin. There is a more difficult version where she can drop plant earlier in exchange for a bit of combo damage, but the plant will start attacking to cover the first active frame the opponent gets up, forcing them to commit to a reversal option or to block. While plant is locking down someone, they are forced to react and block Kohaku's high-low mix-ups. If she does open up an opponent during this lockdown, she can go right back into her damaging combo and put the opponent right back into an Okie situation, forcing them to play her game again. Once Kohaku has someone opened up, it just takes 2 to 3 wrong guesses for your entire health bar to be destroyed. Finally, let's talk about her defense. This is probably the only section where it's pretty negative. Her only true reversal options, a move that is invincible on the first active frame, are 214C and her Arc Drive Super. These are both super slow and can be easily reacted to, so they serve no real purpose. If someone gets rolling on a Kohaku, she doesn't have a lot of tools to get out, relying on system mechanics and good old blocking. She does have access to a 2C, which is a really long range poke that can be a true punish on any block string that's -9 or worse. If she lands an EX shield, a D input, right before an active move hits you, she can cancel into 5A, which will shift momentum into her favor. And finally, she can also use normal shield, a D input that can be held and lasts a bit longer than EX shield. If they are out of range of a 5A or 2A shield punish, she can cancel shield into 236A, A, and link it into 5A or 2A for a full conversion. So if you're fighting this character, she has to commit pretty hard to get her turn back if you play safe. If you have momentum, don't give it up, because once she has hers back, you're going to be having a rough time. Alright, well, what did you think? Think Kohaku sounds like a monster of a character? Did I do a good job explaining? Let me know in the comments below, and if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe button, especially if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Trying to get monetized on this channel, it would help out a ton.